Hi, my name is Liz Hathway and this is my astrological look at this week ahead, and that's the week starting Monday, August the 12th, 2019. So this coming week we have a number of what you could call major astrological events. Okay, so I'll list them first. On Monday, that's today, we have Uranus going retrograde. On Wednesday, we have the Venus-Sun conjunction. So Venus is right up close, really close in the heart of the Sun, which this is a position that astrologers call cazimi. It's literally in the heart of the Sun. So that's on Wednesday. And after that conjunction, Venus will be setting after the Sun. So that changes Venus's energy quite a lot, which I'll talk a little bit about in a minute. We also then on Thursday, we have this really amazing full moon in Leo Aquarius. Friday, we have Mercury in Leo square Uranus. And then Sunday, we have Mars moving out of Leo, moving into Virgo. So there's big shifts, there's things going on here. Jupiter just went direct yesterday. So Jupiter is not on speed yet. Jupiter has got to slowly come back into motion, proper motion. So he's still pretty slow moving, but yeah, it's a big event as well. As Jupiter comes back into focus and back into play, he's the energy now that is going to be wanting to take us forward. Jupiter is very much the more the merrier. It's a very inclusive planet. It's very far thinking. It's got foresight, it's thinking ahead. And I think that is one of the things now that we should use to sustain us. Certainly with Mars going into Virgo later in the week, and the sort of, Mars and Virgo is completely different energy than Jupiter and Sag. We shouldn't try not to get caught up too much in the minutiae of things. We should try to remember, Jupiter's direct our bigger vision, our longer term plan, and keep the eye on the ball. So we've got Jupiter slow moving, only just gone direct. It has to sort of, pick up all its bags and really move further, but it's going in the right direction now, and that's big. But today, the day after Jupiter moved forward, we have Uranus going retrograde. Uranus, the planet of revolution, the planet of change, disruption, the planet of the zany, the weird, the strange. Uranus is quite a character, and now just as Jupiter's going direct, it's like Uranus is slightly more silenced. It's almost kind of internalizing a lot of things. You have to kind of wonder, at least I do, what's ruminating in the collective under this Uranus retrograde energy, what's bubbling up there. Because on that day as well, we have Moon and Saturn and Pluto all still around the South Node. So there is a kind of sense of, messages from the past coming through, lessons that we need to learn from the past, that we don't make in our rush, with Uranus to create the new, that we don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. So it's kind of Uranus in chains a little bit. Uranus sort of, and it's slow anyway in Taurus, so it's kind of chewing the cud a bit. Wednesday we have that cazimi, Venus conjunct the Sun. I don't work with the 5-star point. I know a lot of people do. You could look on the Cosmic Intelligence Agency. There's some great free videos there on the Venus star point, the pentagram. This is one of those points being fired up now, literally. This is the Leo one. And I know the consensus is that we should look 8 years past, which was when we had this particular conjunction, because 4 years ago when it happened, Venus was retrograde. Now she's direct. So yeah, I always think of this as a creative spark. It's a kind of an electrifying sort of thing when Venus gets that close to the Sun. It's very much in Leo it's very much about self-interest. It's about my plans, my what warms me, what am I passionate about, what does my heart desire. We can really anchor those kinds of key things at such moments, whether we write them down, whether we sort of speak them out as a prayer or whatever, but you can really tie very closely in to what I will to happen, what I want to happen, what I want, to see materializing. Don't forget Jupiter just direct as well. So there's a kind of powerful energy there for sure. Also then with Venus, you know, setting after the sun, she's got the sun's back in a way. And in general, you know, certainly in individual charts, you find when Venus is in that position, you know, there's much more, and again with that Uranus retrograde as well, there's much more of a desire to look for peace and harmony, to try and find consensus, to talk, to make openings, you know, and Venus is very passionate, of course, for sure, when she's in Leo. But this takes us into that full moon where, you know, this whole idea of I, you know, the Leo, I am, that I am, you know, this powerful sort of solar energy. We get the moon in Aquarius, which is very much about community. You know, the I is less, you know, it's not what I can do, it's what we can do as a group. It's a community thing. So, I mean, this, yeah, in a way, I think with the Mercury-Uranus square happening on Friday, there is dissent here. There is that sense of us and them, you know, this sort of what my will clashing with your will, because, yeah, we're talking fixed signs here. You know, Aquarius is fixed, Leo is fixed. So when you get, you know, fixed signs coming into kind of positions like this, you get clash of wills, you know, you get upsets. And it's fed into as well, because we've got that on Thursday, and then on Friday, we've got Mercury in Leo square Uranus. So again, it's that fixed energy, it's a clash of wills. You could think of it as being as well, certainly because Uranus is very slow. She's just, you know, he's just stopped, he's just starting to edge back. Disruption to travel, for example, or upsets on the trading floor, because Mercury used trade and the markets. So there could be some big upsets there. But these are fixed energies and they're colliding, so sparks can fly. And it's also, you know, the sort of individual will running into Big Brother, maybe, you know, the powers that be, Babylon, or whatever you want to call it. But there's a definite sort of, you know, a clash of wills going on there. And then when we come into Sunday, we have Mars, as I say, moving into Virgo. You know, this is the kind of worker ant. You know, this is the small, busy, hard-working sort of Mars energy. You know, there's a lot of practicality, you know. But with Jupiter, as I say, in Sag moving forward, this could be working practically to, you know, make real our long-term plans, because that's one thing about Earth. It's about materializing. It's about making things real. It's very hands-on. This is more pragmatic Mars than Mars in Leo. It's all spark and sparkle with Mars in Leo. Whereas this, as I say, it's much more the ant. It's much more the worker, you know. It's, yeah, it's the energy directed towards practical things. But I think the big message here as well, though, is don't get caught up too much in the detail. Remember, Jupiter's moving direct. Keep the eye on the bigger picture and be prepared to take a few knocks need be, you know, but just keep your eye on the ball this week. Great week. Have a good one. Speak to you again. Bye.